You've just stomped a poor little gremlin to death. Think you're a big man, do you? I hope you're proud of yourself. Reward? You get a bronze assholes box, and hopefully a strong feeling of shame.
Oh, come on. That thing was a monster.
True, but was he really that dangerous? You could have given him a chance, poor thing. Oh, look, here comes another. Better get stomping.
God damn it, Luna. Dungeon Crawler Carl is my favorite thing I've read this year, and it's not close. With a name as goofy as Dungeon Crawler Carl, it really should be a trashy book, but I am not kidding when I tell you it is so much better than it has any right to be. If I had to describe it, it's like if you mixed The Hunger Games with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, humor included. Dungeon Crawler Carl is one of the flagship books in a subgenre of fantasy called the LitRPG. It's a subgenre I didn't even know existed until this year, when my brother recommended this book to me. My brothers and my tastes don't always align, but I figured, what the hell, I'll give this one a shot. And oh my god. We follow Coast Guard veteran Carl as he chases his ex-girlfriend's award-winning cat, full name Princess Donut the Queen Anne Chunk, out of his second-story window and into a freezing blizzard. He scoops up the cat just in time to witness his house and every other building he can see get flattened in an instant, turning the whole world into a flat, white hellscape. Immediately, an electronic voice informs him that the Earth fell afoul of some ineffable alien economic or political hodgepodge and will be stripped for resources. Any survivors of this great flattening can either stay on the surface to die or descend down the staircases that have popped up all around the world and delve into a world dungeon and participate in a death game that will be televised for the entertainment of the galactic masses. Since all Carl has on is a leather jacket and a pair of boxer shorts, he chooses to enter the dungeon with Princess Donut instead of just freezing to death. What follows that decision is overwhelming chaos as Carl fights for his life against monsters and traps set to kill any idiots who can't come to grips with the nature of this game fast enough. After nearly dying to a pack of goblins riding what's essentially a bulldozer with spikes, or a murder dozer as the book puts it, he and Donut make it to the tutorial guild and meet their grouchy guide Mordecai. After learning the ropes and opening up some loot boxes, Carl finds a pet biscuit and feeds it to Princess Donut, who soon gains sentience as a prim and proper adventurer and joins Carl on his quest to survive the dungeon. The quest ahead of them starts as a simple journey of survival, but as the story goes on and the pair become iconic amidst a galactic audience as the eclectic explosive expert in boxer shorts and his magic cat, the two become embroiled in a galactic tug-of-war between grand polities and mega-corporations. Now that's very high level, but that's not the meat of what Dungeon Crawler Carl is all about. As the pair meet other dungeon crawlers of various moral character, one of the core themes that seems central to the story is how to hold on to your humanity when it might be easier to give it up. In fact, the game itself seems eager to make that happen, but Carl's steadfast resolve keeps him repeating the lines, "You will not break me." So why the hell do I love these books? There's an undeniable power fantasy on display here that, through some research, is apparently very common in the lit RPG genre. We get to see Carl go from literally zero to hero over the course of the story. He gains skills and levels that are codified through the system AI that runs the world dungeon of the story. That's the sort of thing that would be going on under the hood in other fantasy stories. You don't know what level sorcerer Gandalf is in Lord of the Rings. You just know he's damn strong. And yes, Gandalf is a sorcerer, not a wizard. I could tell you if you'll like it by asking if you hated the floor skips in Sword Art Online, because that pissed me off, so I'm deeply enjoying the grounded, steady pace of these books. I've read 2 of the Dungeon Crawler Carl books so far. He's just gotten to floor 4 of 18, so if that sounds too slow for you, you've been warned. There are 6 books out right now, and the author estimates that there's going to be around 10, so that's the general investment you're looking at with this series. After I read the first book, I immediately tore through the second. I had to take a break after book 2 to read other books, but I'm definitely itching to get back to the series. That brings me to the other thing I love about Dungeon Crawler Carl. The audiobook absolutely rips. For the whole first book, I was not aware that the narrator, Jeff Hayes, was doing all of the voices. We go from a gruff-sounding Carl to the prim and proper Princess Donut at the drop of a hat.
Carl, I got legendary boxes. I also got a bunch of boxes for singing, and an orgy box, and a fan box I can open tomorrow.
I reached over and gave her a pat. It wasn't for that.
The author and the narrator even sometimes do streams where they show you the process of recording the audiobook. If you're at all interested in the process of audiobook narration, or just a fan of the book, that's just a goldmine of content. So what you have so far is a power fantasy novel with a fun premise and a steady pace of both progress and world building with an absolute banger of an audiobook. If that was all Dungeon Crawler Carl was, I'd probably still be recommending it to you, but there's more. If there's a beating heart to this book, it's Carl and Donut's relationship. What starts as an alliance of convenience evolves into a true friendship that makes me root for the pair of them to succeed against any odds. And the odds are often truly against them. Carl and Donut are a truly unique pair, and it makes complete sense why a galactic audience would be enamored with them. They're both clever dungeoneers finding unique and interesting ways to solve problems and defeat enemies, but they're also bleeding hearts, willing to go against their best interest if it means doing the thing that lets them live with themselves. But they don't just get away with doing the right thing and then things go swimmingly anyhow. No, they suffer some serious consequences for doing what they think is right, both good and bad. They also don't really judge those that don't take such a generous approach to the dungeon. They know the people trapped here with them are victims, and they don't blame them for just trying to survive. Unless they act like assholes, then it's ass-kicking time. If what I just described to you sounds like fun, believe me, it is. It's maybe the most unapologetic good time I've had with a book in a while. If you liked this video and want to see more from me, stick around. I've got more content coming your way. I'm thinking of cooking up a video comparing the light novel isekai genre to the Western LitRPG, and if you got some insight into that, please drop me a comment. And if you're a tabletop gamer and want to support the channel, I highly encourage you to sign up for my Patreon, which gives you access to a D&D supplement I created called the Codex of Contagion, which reworks diseases in D&D. Thanks so much for watching. My name is DeHart, and—
New achievement! You just watched a video. Good for you. Reward? What more do you want? A cookie?
see ya.